Good morning, good morning, good morning. I am making my coffee, getting ready to chat with you. If this is the first time seeing me, hello. Oh my good golly, Miss Molly. I've been coming on every day, Monday through Friday, to chat with you a little bit about how we look at life and how we manage life and how to do it a little bit easier. And I share with you things that I'm going through and tools and strategies and thoughts and tactics that I'm learning and implementing, sometimes really well and sometimes really not. And in the hopes that it'll help you and those that you care about, manage your life a little bit easier, quicker, better. Because I realized that it's been a while since I came on here, and what started as a experiment has become not a lifelong thing, but has become a longer thing. It's not something that I just do. It's something that has really become important to me. And I wanted to share that with you today because I feel like some people may be wondering, Amy, why do you come? Are you lonely? Are you going through a hard time? No. Sometimes I go through hard times. Sometimes I go through great times. And I share with you both, right? I share with you when I think I found a speaker for my women's empowerment experience and how empowering and exciting that is. I also share with you when somebody goes to join my team and I think that that's going to be work and synergistic and a win-win for all of us, and then it doesn't. I share both. I share stuff about relationships. I share things about disappointment. I share how I handle emotions and the stories I tell myself. And I do that in the hopes that it will truly, truly help you and those you care about. Because look, we get one shot at this life. There are no do-overs. There's no mulligans. And for those of you who play like golf or miniature golf, a mulligan is where things aren't going your way or you're having too many hits and not getting it in the hole and you get to start over. Well, there are no do-overs, so to speak. You can do things differently moving forward to create a different life. Absolutely. But you can't go back in the womb. My mom not letting me back in her belly, right? I'm not coming out and doing, my life isn't, I got to take what I've done so far and move forward with it. And look, good or bad, like it or not, none of us is getting out alive. So what we do with our time here is important. And putting it in perspective is something that I typically don't take the time to do. I don't know about you, but I don't take the time to do that very often. So that is something that I do a lot when I'm down here in Florida. I never understood, and I've always said, a change in location is just that, a change in location, right? You take your problems aren't going away because you changed where you are. If you are having a difficult time with your spouse or your kids, just because you go on vacation doesn't mean it's going to be any less bumpy or any smoother, right? Sometimes it's even worse. Have you ever done that? Have you ever done that where you think that it's going to be better? Oh, well, I'll go on vacation. We'll take a break from the stressors of life and it will be better. And is it? Sometimes. Sometimes not. Sometimes not. But I do realize that, and you don't need to leave your environment. For me, it makes it easier, which I didn't think I would ever say. But for me, it does make it easier when I leave the environment where I have everyday stress, where I have, look, it didn't dissolve. Makes it bitter. Yeah, it's not hot chocolate. It's coffee. What was I saying? Oh, change in location does sometimes make it easier for me to take a moment to breathe, because I realize that I'm not someone who makes time for myself when I'm in my everyday life. Right? I don't make time for myself when I'm in my everyday life. I do the best I can. I, will plan to, take a sauna, or, get my nails done, do my hair. But to take the time to ponder life, or to reflect on how am I interacting with people? How am I putting myself out there in the world? I don't really take the time to do that. And staying, moving temporarily for a couple of weeks to another location and making the commitment. Now, I've been down here. There have been years where I'm down here and I have worked harder than I have ever worked before. I am like 12, 14-hour days, can barely breathe, barely take a break, barely even go to the bathroom. There's no time set aside to really reflect, ponder, dream. And this year I've made space for that. I've made space. Do you make space? Do you make space? Yeah. For me, it's challenging when I have the daily demands of my routine and the people and the expectations and the responsibilities. And when I remove myself from that, I don't feel guilty because I'm not going to a networking function. I don't feel guilty because I don't know. I got hair in my mouth. I hate that. It's like a magnet. All right, sorry. That was a diversion off the highway. Yeah, I don't take time. I don't take time to do all that. And so changing my intention along with my environment, getting myself more light at this time of year, has allowed me. I want to make sure that Duncan is where I think he is and not moved, because I just heard, yeah. Here he is. I show you. There's my boy. He's getting some chilling outside time. Has really been impactful for me. Figuring out, where am I? Where do I want to go? And implementing steps to get there. And can I do that in my house? Yeah, I can. It's a little more challenging because all I see around me is all the things I need to do, right? Oh, I need to organize the basement. I need to clean out the pantry. Oh, the floor, it has some scuff marks. I really need to fix that. I start seeing that. This place is not my place. So, yes, there are some things that if it was mine that I would be doing, but it's not mine. So I don't have that responsibility and that pressure to always be doing that. The removal of the environment has actually impacted me in a way that I never understood before. And I'm super excited about that. I'm also super excited because I get the opportunity to do this a couple more times this year. Not coming down to Florida, but I have trips planned that I'm really looking forward to. Get this, I am going on a trip to France. Trip to France. I forget where I'm going. Anyway, I'm going to France. a person that I met that I have become friendly with has invited me. It's going to be me and her and I think 2 or 3 other people to spend a week in France. And she needs to work, so she's going to work in the mornings and have the afternoons off. I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to work. I might check in. I might work for an hour or two. And I'm setting my intention that I will be able to disengage from life, to give myself that space to be able to take a breath, take a break, and really be able to ponder, where am I at? What do I want? I think that the hardest part for me is determining what I want, not what I want to do to get it, because there's lots of ways to get the things we want. And I love to brainstorm, even when I get frustrated. The hardest part is deciding and determining, what do I want? What do I want? There's so many options that sometimes I just feel overwhelmed. Like, take, for example, buying a home down in Florida. Do I want to be near the beach? Do I want to be near an airport? Do I want to be in a small place that doesn't need a whole lot of work? Or do I feel like I need a little more room? There's so many options and decisions and stuff like that. But those are easy to make when I know what I want. But not knowing what I want, those decisions become like big old elephants in the room. So taking a break from life, taking a break from my responsibilities, I still pay the bills, like we're still doing stuff like that, but allowing space in my life to be able to ponder, reflect, and really ask myself questions and not distract myself before I can answer them. Have you ever done that? Have you ever done that where you ask yourself, oh, well, what do you want retirement to look like? Oh, and I need to empty the basement. I gotta, stock the dishwasher, and I also need to schedule that appointment, and and you totally divert. Have you ever? I do that all the time. I am a big distractor and diverter. And sitting down and really determining, what do I want? What do I want my relationship with my husband to look like when he retires? I hear a lot of people drive each other absolutely batshit crazy. Well, I don't want that. Well, okay, I know what I don't want. What do I want? I know that when the children left the house and I went through empty nest, I knew from the day they were born that there was a day they would leave. And I knew back then that I didn't want to get to that point in my life and look at my husband and go, who are you? And why the hell are we still together? I knew that I had to, and I wanted to, and I made it a priority to work on my relationship with my husband so that when we got to the point that they left the nest, I don't turn to him and go, who are you? And instead know who he is, are aligned, our lives are aligned because we worked on it. But that was because I knew what I wanted when I got to that point. And I could take the steps along the way. And I could see when the path was diverting and it wasn't leading me to where I wanted to go, I could course correct. But that's because I knew what I wanted. In retirement, I haven't got a stinking clue. I will tell you, I've tried to retire twice. I fumbled and failed at retirement. First one to admit it. Failed miserably. I was miserable. Now, granted, the timing of my life and when I decided to do that probably wasn't the best. I attempted to retire when my kids left the nest. Probably not the best time to retire, truth be told, because it's a very volatile time. It's a very huge life transition. I decided to retire when not only was I working through empty nest and figuring out what my purpose and my passion and what I wanted to do with my life. These are really big decisions. And thinking that I would just retire, I don't even know what that means. All I know is what I see. And to me, retirement meant you don't work. Well, that doesn't have to be my retirement, right? Doesn't have to be my retirement. Maybe my retirement is just working less. Maybe my retirement is being paid for a passion that I love, like public speaking, like coaching people on how to manage life transitions, like, I don't know, maybe it'll be something different, like doing the women's empowerment experience and empowering women to live a life they love. I don't know. I don't know what retirement looks like. I know that the vision I have in my head is what I've seen in movies. I know it's the vision I see that people before me have done. But my vision for retirement is now changing because I'm seeing different people attack it in different ways. Some people are going into these retirement communities that are active. They say they're like summer camp for adults. And those seem like a lot of fun. It doesn't seem like you're just sitting around watching Jeopardy every night. That I don't want. No offense, Jeopardy. Is Alex Trebek still doing, is it Alex Trebek who does Jeopardy? No offense. But I don't want to be sitting here watching TV every night in my retirement. I don't want that. So, but what do I want? Not sure what I want yet. But the more I realize what I don't want leads me one step closer to what I do. Just because I haven't figured out what I want doesn't mean that I'm not doing the work and getting clarity. Same with getting this house. Do I know where I want? It's been a hot minute trying to figure it out. But with each step of the things I don't want, I get a whole lot of clarity of what I do. And once I get clear on what I want, oh, there's no stopping me from getting it. You either, my friend. You either. Once you know what you want and you activate your reticular activator to see the opportunities, things just line up and make it happen. But it's when we're fuzzy and we don't know what we want, that's when I have trouble. That's when things don't go my way. Or sometimes I know what I want. I think I know what I want. I'm going to say that again. Sometimes I think I know what I want, right? But it doesn't work out because that's not really what I want. You know, like, I'll give you an example, retirement. Thought I really would like that. Oh, no responsibilities, have to be somewhere at a certain time, no more, in the throes of child rearing, no, my time is my own. I thought that's what I wanted. And what I realized was only to a certain extent. Yeah, in a different way. And so things didn't align for me to do that, right? Sometimes the things that I think I want, I'm almost grateful. I think it's Garth Brooks that has that song, Thank God for Unanswered Prayers. Do you know that song? Check out that song. It's basically how a guy has always wanted this girl, and he prayed and he begged and he asked God for this woman, and it didn't end up working out. And years later, he's married and has children, and he bumps into this woman, and he thanks God for the unanswered prayer because his life now is so much better with the person that he's with than the person that he thought he wanted to be with. And so there are some times in my life where I think I want something, but I'm always saying, you hear me say this all the time, right? It's that or better. It's that or better. And so sometimes I'm guided to something better that I can't even envision. I can't even imagine. I couldn't create with my wildest thoughts would I have imagined it. But it was better than what I did imagine, that I did want, right? Better for me, enjoyed it more. Yeah, learned more, needed that. We can say a lot of things. And so, yeah, today I'm just wondering if you're making time. Oh my God, today that's so good. Some days I drink it, and some days I cherish it. Some days I take the time to really taste it. And I think that's indicative in my life. Sometimes I'm rushing through it. Got to get it done. Got to get there. Got to do it. Got to check that box. And sometimes I take a deep breath and I actually get to enjoy each step in the process of my journey. Just like today, I am enjoying every stinking sip of this delicious coffee. And grateful, super grateful. You know I am all about gratitude. Super grateful that I get the opportunity to take a breath, take the time to really sit in wonder, sit in curiosity, sit in and create space to determine what I want in life. Not what I want 500 years from now or 80 years from now or 20 years from now, but what do I want the next year to look like? What do I want the next 5 years to look like? And will it look like that or better? Because I can only put myself on a path to create something I know. And there are a lot of things out there that I can't even envision because I don't even know that it's a possibility, right? I don't even know it's out there. So how can I want that if I don't even know it exists, right? So I can only want what I know. And then the question is, am I wanting what society has told me it's supposed to be? Am I wanting what my parents have told me it's supposed to be? Am I wanting what the next generation says it's supposed to be? Am I wanting what my husband says it's supposed to be? And sitting and getting quiet and really thinking, is that what I want it to be? What do I want? I'm asking you, what do you want? Has anybody asked you that? You know, for years, nobody even asked me what I wanted for dinner. It was something I asked everybody else. And now people ask me what I want for dinner, and I don't even know how to answer that because for so many years, I never asked myself what I wanted for dinner because it was just what everybody else wanted. And that's not a diss. I wanted to make what they wanted. I didn't really care what I was eating. But when asked, what do you want for dinner? It's a question I have not been accustomed to answering. And I realized that through decades, there are many things that I'm unaccustomed, are unfamiliar, and therefore uncomfortable to answer. I don't even know how to do it because I don't even know what I want. And how can you get something if you don't even know what that something is? I hope that this is making sense. I hope that this isn't just me talking in circles. I hope this is landing. If it is, let me know, because this is pretty profound. And so often I feel that I don't take the time to ask myself, what do I want? And why do I want that? And am I sure that I really want that? Do I really want a 3-bedroom house? Or am I going to be happier in a condo somewhere? Do I really love being by the beach? Or do I not love the beach? The thought is everybody wants to come to be by the beach, so I should want to be by the beach, right? But let's be honest, I don't love the beach. I don't like sand. Ooh, I really don't like sand. I don't like it sticking to me. I don't like how hot it is. I don't like the texture of it. Do I like walking along the water? Yeah, I like that. Do I love when I can walk with Duncan and watch him play in the water? Sure. When I have grandchildren, will I enjoy seeing them play in the water? As long as it's not too far out, yes. I don't like going in the water. I get nervous about sharks and jellyfish and sea creatures. I don't love the beach. So why would I want a property at the beach? Because everybody wants that? Because people who visit me are going to want to be near the beach? But that's not a reason to have a property near the beach. So sitting in and asking myself the deeper questions, what do I want? What do I want? What do I want my relationship to look like? What do I want my location to look like? What do I want my life to look like? What do I want my health to look like? What do I want is something that I never ask myself. I don't make space for it. And having the opportunity to do it here has been a gift that I am truly grateful for. And I share that with you in the hopes that you will make space in your life to sit and ponder, what do you want? And you don't need to do it for hours, my friend. You don't even need to do it for days. You just need to do it for moments. Take 10 minutes. Go lock yourself in a closet. Go for a walk. Go lock yourself in the bathroom. Instead of scrolling on social media, take a few minutes and ask yourself some deeper questions. I challenge you. There you go. I challenge you. Because you know what? When I will always keep my word and my commitment when I make it for somebody else, but when I make it for myself, it's the first one I break. Are you like that? Are you like that? Like, oh, you want to meet to walk every day? I'm there. You want to meet every day to ride your bike, or every Wednesday we're going to ride our bikes and we're going to explore a new place? I'm there. Oh, every Wednesday I'm going to go and explore a new place. It's raining, it's too hot, it's cold, it's this, it's that. I'm busy. Oh, I scheduled a networking function for that time. My tire is flat. There'll be every excuse in the book to not do it. So, I challenge you. Because if I challenge you, then hopefully you'll keep that commitment and take a moment, take a few minutes, and just ask yourself what you want. Let me know how that is. Hey, it's my handsome husband on here. Love you, babe. Getting clarity on what you want makes you happy because you're not sitting in that confusion. And that happiness spills out to others and shares with others how they should take the time to figure out what they want so that they can then share their light with others. And it's a ripple effect through time and space. So think that you're doing it for the betterment of humanity, not just for the betterment of yourself. Because sometimes when we're doing something for the betterment of others, we actually take the action and do the thing. Because for ourselves, it just feels like self-fulfilling. And for some reason, many, me included, have been taught that we are here to help others, but helping yourself is selfish. And I'm here to tell you, it all starts with us, baby. It all starts with us. When we take care of ourselves, it gives everybody else permission to take care of themselves. And when they take care of themselves, we can all come together and as a collective elevate in ways that is unimaginable. So, pretty profound. Wasn't planning on going there today, but wanted to make sure that I check in. I hope you're having a wickedly wonderful Wednesday. And let me know. Let me know. What do you want? What do you want your life to look like? What do you want your relationships to look like? What do you want your health to look like? What do you want your finances to look like? Let me know in a comment below. If there's any way that I can support you, guide you, direct you in getting what you want once it's crystal clear, please let me know. I'm happy to connect you, to support you, to guide you, to give you the tools to get there once you get the clarity on where you want to go. All right, my friend. I hope that you have the most wickedly wonderful Wednesday, and I will check back with you tomorrow. See ya. Safe travels home, babe. See ya.